people with money
everybody's a
involved.
target.
Everybody's a target because there's too much money to be had. There's too much money to be
Yep.
gained. There's too much money. There's too many celebrities. And you remember the lawyer said some weeks ago that there are already several celebrities that have settled out of court just because they just want to
Yeah,
avoid any of the BS. And you see, their names have not been brought up. I'm sure that it's part of the court filing that their names be sealed. I'm sure that there's
right.
NDAs have been signed, all kind of stuff. So if these people know that they haven't done anything wrong, but they just want to avoid the headache and they have plenty of money, they'll just fine here. Let's throw some money at this problem and be done with it. So if they feel like if people see that
Right.
we can get some millions out of so and so and so and so, then why not go after Lottie Dottie and everybody? You know, might as well.
Well, that's a scary proposition, though.
It
That's a
is,
scary
but
proposition for one reason. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Jay Z is the black people's leader. You know, what I'm saying all that, but you know, I'm almost like, at what point? I almost feel like anybody is anybody. Nobody, no one's safe. I mean, what happens if they
Anybody
try to
can
throw
get
that at
got.
Denzel?
Here, you know what my problem is? You're correct. No one's safe, but all it takes these days is the allegation, and people are literally losing money. They're getting, get cancel culture and all that just off the allegation, not
Yeah.
the proof. We're not proving it. We're just accusing, and you can do that to
mhm,
anybody.
mhm,
Anybody, you can just say this
Dangerous.
person did something, and
mhm,
if that accusation will cause them to lose everything, that's a
mhm.
problem because that still has to be
That's
proved.
very
You know what I
scary.
mean?
B Rock is exactly right, and let me show you two different approaches to the same similar issue, having different outcomes. Let's remember Kevin Hart when he was accused of certain things, the trans, this, that, and the other stuff, and Dave Chappelle's approach. Now, well, one is a fearless, I don't give a motherfucker about what you talking about.
Yeah.
I'm a comedian, I'm saying what I say, and I'm gonna give my opinion on this. And I still don't think, just like I said, even other shows after the fact, that is freaking beat juice. That shit ain't real. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, and the other one is, backing up and on, so I think in this situation, when it comes to if it, I even have I with regards to Diddy, with regards to him and Cassie, I I don't I know he was abusive, et cetera, so on. But with regards to some of the other stuff, I think she added a little bit of other seasoning into it, whatever this, that, and the other. Because for me, if I'm seeking justice, and similar, and this is to JC's response to the accusation. If I'm seeking justice, I'm taking your ass to criminal court.
Here's the thing on the Cassie thing. I think Diddy started that snowball maybe inadvertently because when he went on that interview on the Breakfast Club and said, "If anybody has something against me, file a suit. We'll settle it in 24 hours," and that's what she
Yeah.
did. And he settled it in 24 hours. So that told me right there he knew whatever she had was legit because he settled it immediately.
Yeah.
Now we were never supposed to see that tape because that was in
Right.
his possession, right? And this is just my personal opinion, but that tape didn't come out until after they raided his house, and all of a sudden a source leaked the tape. Well, who had the tape? The people who raided the house. That's your source. So
Yeah.
that and because her case was settled at that point,
Right.
she was done. She was off to the sunset. At the time of that tape coming out, her case had already been settled, and it was done. But when they raided him, then the tape leaked. Then it came. That snowball started right there. So,
Well, that's
um,
set. That's set the precedent. That's set the
yeah,
precedent for what's going on now as far as the lawsuit. Because I think at the end of the day, to Ian's point, yeah, I think that people do want justice, but I think, honest, and just my opinion, I think people want that payday more than anything. At the end of the day, most I'm not against women, but most women, at the end of the day, whether it happened or didn't happen, is going to take the payday and you could go, well, okay, let me rephrase that. So if a woman has suffered something extremely bad at the hands of a man, yeah, she's gonna want him under the jail. In a situation where it's like you're talking about celebrities and she's living that lifestyle with him of riches and not having to work or not having to do much, but she is getting legitimately abused. To me, in those situations, they want the payday. That's going to be justice versus Diddy going to jail is okay. I don't think it would have bothered like a Cassie one way or another if Diddy goes to jail, but she did want that 24-hour payday. I do believe that. So I
But
think with the
I
with the
feel like
Jay
Stephen
Z
A. hasn't
thing,
even said
it's
anything until he said that on the radio. Until he said if anybody can, got something legit, I'll settle your case in 24 hours. I think that's when she spoke up. She didn't say
I
anything
think
prior
that
to
was
that.
coming anyway, though.
Well, it probably was, but
Honestly, I think she was going to get her money one way or the other. I think it was just a matter of time. But I think that kind of set up the whole environment that we're in now. And honestly, I'm almost not going to be surprised if anybody gets a case thrown against them now. I mean, it could be like somebody that's really revered in the community, like a Denzel or Barack Obama at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing is going to be surprising for me personally anymore
because all it
because
takes is the allegation. Ian was right
it
though.
just,
Ian is 100% right. I would prefer. I want the justice. If you did something criminal to me, I would rather see you pay that penalty. You know what I mean? It's not about
yeah.
necessarily the bag. Now, if let's keep it a buck. If I can get both, I'll get both. But if I got to prioritize one, I probably want to see you suffer.
Oh,
Versus,
that
you know what
money,
I'm saying?
that money is always first.
Now it
Well,
depends on what you did, though. It depends on how heinous what you did to me was. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
and
yeah,
let's not forget, almost not to the level of the R. Kelly because she was a little bit older, but she was still a young. She was still in her teen, 19 to 20. Her parents were benefiting off the luxury in her relationship during that time.
hmm
And for me, for all those of us who are on this panel who are parents, I can't see me. I can't, and I'm sure I'm not the only one on here. As a father, I'm a hands-on father, and as a hands-on father, I'm putting some hands on.
facts,
You know what I'm talking about? Somebody,
facts.
definitely,
anybody, my
definitely.
daughter,
Please
and
say it
and
again.
and I'm trying to censor myself because I don't know what can be said or can't be said on your
No,
channel,
say what you got to say because that's how we do it.
bro. Because I would say it on my chest, but let me tell you, I'm going to apologize in advance to anybody out there because I was a Marine and I still speak fluent Marine Corps French.
Yeah,
So I'm going to say this. As a hands-on father, if you put your hands on it, if I even think
yeah,
hands
yeah,
are being put on my child
Yeah,
or any type of situation, or if I don't feel comfortable because of an age difference and I feel, yeah, my child's a young adult, but she's a naive young adult, I'm not pimping my daughter out there
yeah.
like that, like the parents allegedly to a certain degree did. And I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated by that part.
No, I
Very
I
frustrated
agree
with
with
that.
you.
So
Yeah,
that's why I'm leaning towards the money side rather than the justice side on that situation because of all the participants who were benefiting at the time, including the parents. But as a father, like I don't, he wouldn't be going to court because he wouldn't be here no more.
you know what?
He wouldn't
Listen,
be, he wouldn't be here no more. Ain't no more did.
listen. Yes,
yeah,
I'm. Oh,
yeah,
I'm
There's
not.
a couple of
Listen,
people would not have been here
yeah.
had it been
man.
You are
my
not
child.
wrong.
Had it been my child, I don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
understand. No, I don't want to go there. I'm gonna mute myself.
No, no, no. Listen. I totally agree. I don't foresee I don't care about money at that point. I feel the same way. I have one daughter, my only daughter, and I don't care about money when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not. You know what, LaFonda? I don't want you sitting there. You haven't said anything. So tell us what you think about this before we move on to the main topic. What do you feel? Did Jay Z do it? Did he do
I
it? What do you think?
just overall, I just think, how is all of these things hidden for so many years? Like, ab- just apart from the Jay-Z, the Diddy, all of these things that happened. I don't want to speak on the man of God, but I don't know if y'all know about TD Jakes. He had a
TV
uh
fakes.
TD Jakes. He had a
TV fakes. Okay.
he was on a pulpit. He was preaching, and he had like a mini
Power
stroke.
bottom.
Yeah, I don't. I guess he's back
Mr. Power bottom.
to preaching, and they said that the reason why it happened because he was worried about the allegations and things like that. But I just want to know, like, how are these things like hidden for so many years? For nobody to like say anything, whether Jay Z did it or not. The thing that happened with Diddy, like, how did they keep? Why did they keep it hidden? Maybe like people getting paid and things like that. But like I just think, like, how are all these things just so hidden, like right in our faces,
I
and
I can
just the
give you a
people they didn't know.
quick little Chicago answer from the speaking to the R. Kelly thing. It wasn't hidden here. We knew. This whole
Okay.
town knew. It was not. It was
Yeah.
not a secret. We knew what he was on. We knew he was hanging out at the high school. We saw. We knew people who went to the parties at the house in Olympia
Mm.
Field.
Yeah.
We knew, but the world didn't want to accept it, right?